love bugs, it's Maisie. So today I thought we would do a pick a deck where we discuss what your person wants you to know. So this could be anyone. It could be a friend, a parent, a soulmate, a just regular relationship. Just anyone you can think of. The first person that comes to mind, this is what they want to tell you. So I'm going to give you a second to pick a deck. You have number 1, number 2, and number 3. When you're ready, we will get right into number 1. Hi, deck 1. You chose the chess piece, and this is your reading. So we are going to take this one step at a time so it's less confusing. Okay, so we're just going to separate this and read these. So with the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles, there's someone in your life who is really obsessed and thinking back on a major disappointment in their life. And I feel like they're the one who caused this disappointment. I'm getting a very strong friend or ex energy. This is someone who really wasn't there for you when you needed them. So they just think constantly of what they could have done to have been a better person for you. With the next row, we have the 3 of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. Again, very obsessive energy. This is a person who this year was very focused on self-success. They were so self-involved, so self-revolved, that they only focused on what they could do to make their situation better, and not what they could do to help you, which sometimes is necessary, but I feel like they got to the point where they didn't care about anyone but themselves. So now they're really stuck in this 9 of Swords energy, where they're just all the time obsessing over what they could have done to have been a better friend or partner or anything to you. The next 3 cards we have are the Ace of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. So this person is thinking about coming back into your life. And I know when you hear this, you're probably like, oh my gosh, please no. But you don't have to let them back in your life. Like, it's up to you. But you have the Ace of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords again. So I think I already said that, so I'm sorry if I repeated myself. They really, with the Ace of Pentacles, they're really thinking about giving a stable new beginning. But they're taking their time. They're really thinking it through. Thinking, how can I better be a person they need? And they're trying to move on from the past that you two had, so they can focus more on the success that they really want with you. You do not have to do this if you don't want to. I'm getting that you may not let them back into your life, which is okay. A message card you have here, it says, it was all my fault. So this is just what they want to tell you. They're so sorry. They know now what they did was wrong, and they just wish you could forgive them. We can pull some clarification to see what the outcome of this will be. I'll be right back. So this outcome looks really good. With the Ace of Pentacles, they are about to be done with this obsessive thinking of, what can I do to better myself, to better my situation with them? So after they take their time really trying to hype themselves up, they're going to come in full speed ahead with this Knight of Wands. The 3 of Cups and the 2 of Wands really speaks of a future where you two are really good friends. So I think you are going to forgive this person, which is really good. If you choose not to, this may not apply to you. But I definitely feel like if you do forgive them, you two will be the best of friends. Like, you'll be closer than you ever thought you were. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye. And I'm really sorry if that reading went by really quickly. This deck is really straight and to the point. So with my other decks, the readings may be a little bit longer, but if you chose this deck, I'm maybe feeling that you like a quicker message. You like things to be like direct and to the point. So you may not mind, but it just hit me that that was like a really quick, short reading. But I think you would understand well what it was saying. So again, thank you so much for watching. Deck 2, you chose the flower or the golden deck. So we are going to take this from top to bottom, and I'm just going to separate the bottom half of the reading to the top, and we will go ahead and get into this reading. This kind of tells me a story. The first three cards you have are the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. So I feel like they're telling you, when this started, I was just flirting with you all the time. Like, anytime I saw you, I would compliment you or do things for you, like pulling out your chair or opening the door for you. You were just so pretty and soft and warm, and I just couldn't help myself. I just had to make you mine. And they really, I feel a big cuddling vibe with this. And it makes sense because we have a message card here and it says, "Come here, just be closer," which is so adorable. So they may have, when they won your heart, just all the time wanted to be touching you, all the time wanted to be leaning up against you or just in your presence. They just loved being close to you because you were so warm. And you two, they want you to know that you two were really the power couple. People really looked at your relationship, if you two were in a relationship, and just thought, wow, that's what I want out of my relationship. And they really want that back, and we're going to get into that. In part to the story, we have the Nine of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Magician. So, I feel like they got so used to having everything they wanted with you that they started thinking that they could have more of everything they want. They thought, if I got her, I can get anything I want. But this really put them into a mindset of not being appreciative of what they had and started being really sad over what they didn't have. So they just all the time may have been like saying they want more. They may have really pointed things out to you and just said, I want that so bad. And you're like, am I not enough? Like, hello? And they really want to say that they're sorry. They know what they have now. And I feel like they lost you. Or if they haven't lost you, they're about to lose you. So let's just move on to the last part of this reading. The last part of this reading. It's so interesting how it literally tells a story. So, with the Five of Swords, the Judgment, and the Eight of Cups, they really started noticing that this, like, weak achievement that they had that wasn't you wasn't really worth it. Like, yeah, they may have all these cool things, but they're not as great as you were to them, or as you still are to them. And they're really making this decision to just drop everything that is unnecessary. Like when the God comes and he says, okay, let's go back up to heaven, you're just leaving all the material things that you have in earth and you go up to heaven. So like, I really do feel like they're just leaving all that they thought they need behind and walking back to you. These are all their material items, all the things that they wanted so bad, but they're walking away from this, deciding that they would rather be with you. And this isn't them giving up things to be with you, this is them deciding that they don't need that anymore. So that's really romantic. We're gonna pull out some oracle cards and see what they have to say. Okay, so the oracle cards you have are deception, separation, heart-to-heart conversations, and true love. So this person really feels like they deceived themselves. I'm not really getting that they deceived you. I'm feeling that they tricked themselves into believing something that wasn't true. And they hate themselves for that. Because now you two may be in separation, or it is coming up. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So they are terrified of losing you if they haven't already. They are really about to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you because you are their true love. They see you as their soulmate, their one and only, the only person they want. And they are just going to talk to you about this and tell you how much they need you and how stupid they were to think that they didn't need you. And I think it's going to be a really good conversation for you two to have. And I really do think it's going to happen soon. I'm getting like a very rushed energy. Like they're going to realize all this stuff about themselves, about how they were lying to themselves, and they're just going to come running back to you and have you in their arms, because like I said, they really just want to be close to you all the time. And this is a romance of a lifetime, so you two are definitely soulmates. I'm so excited for you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. You chose the crystal. So this reading is going to be really intense. Because this is actually the deck that called out to me, and I now see why. This is a very strong message, so if you want to cry, you can cry. It's okay. This is a safe place to cry, because I might, you know? So, yeah. We're gonna go one row at a time, like we have done in the past. And we are going to separate the top half of the reading from the bottom, and we will go ahead and get started. The first three cards you have are the Queen of Wands, the Tower reversed, and the Ace of Cups. So, I'm definitely feeling like this is their energy. They were somebody super passionate, very intense with their love and how much they loved you, and they kind of were avoiding this tower moment that was doomed to come, you know? They were avoiding the truth and what really was going to happen, and we will get more into what was going to happen after this. But wow, they just loved you so much, and they didn't want to let you go. But as you will see later on in the reading, they did have to let you go. So let's go on to the next row. So the next three cards are the Ten of Wands, the World card, and the Knight of Wands in the reversal. So they started noticing that the relationship was more work than actual love, you know? They had to put in too much work to keep it going. And the ending really came, and it came fast. This, I feel like, is your energy. You were sporadic and carefree, and you didn't care about anything. Maybe you didn't know that at the time. Maybe you thought everything was fine. But I feel like you look back now and you see yourself as this Knight of Wands in the reverse. Someone dangerously impulsive. Someone who wasn't ready to put in the same amount of work as your partner. And there was an ending that had to come, and this is the Tower moment that was being avoided. The last three cards, you have the Magician, the Death, and the Strength card. So they really, at the end of this relationship, like before it ended, they were just praying for the end. They wanted this to end so badly, because I feel like they felt like you didn't love them anymore. They knew that it would be less painful to just let you go than to stay with you and muster all their strength just to live with somebody who didn't love them anymore. And that's so sad. And this resonates so strongly with me, except I was, the Knight of Wands character. So I understand where you're coming from at this point. I know why you did what you did, even if the situation is a little bit different. I understand. But they now do understand. But at the time, they were just begging you to let them go. But they didn't say it verbally. They didn't say it physically. It was in their eyes and feeling. Like, they just would look at you sometimes. Or if it was like a long distance relationship, they would kind of just say things in a way that carried sadness. And this is so sad. Okay, we're going to move on to the channeled message. I'm sorry we didn't make it, and I know you're sorry too. So, this basically speaks for itself. I feel like you two thought you were going to make it, but then you ended up not making it. And they are so sorry that you didn't. And they know that you're sorry now. You may not have been sorry back then, but you're definitely sorry now. And this is just so heartbreaking. I'm so sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But this is just what they want to tell you. They want to tell you that they're healed now. But we're going to move on to the Oracle cards. Okay, so thankfully it's not all sad. These are the messages that they wanted to tell you through the Romance Angels. You have unrequited love, which I know seems scary. New love very soon, and give your relationship a chance. So they just want you to know that they knew that there was no more love at the end of this relationship. They know that you stopped loving them. Even if at the time you didn't think you stopped loving them, maybe a little bit after you look back and you're like, yeah, it was over before we ended it. And they know. They know that, and they're starting to be okay with that. It still hurts because they loved you so much and they thought you two were going to be the end all. But now they're telling you that they see the person that is your end all, your soulmate, and they're saying that you need to give this relationship a chance. They don't want you to sabotage this relationship that's coming into your life like you did with your relationship with them. So, new love. So, this is either somebody that you already know and a person has stirred your romantic feelings. So, a new person may have caught your attention recently, or you are going to meet someone new very soon. And they're just saying that this relationship is going to be with your soulmate. And they understand, even if it hurts, that they weren't your soulmate, even if they thought they were. So, I'm so sorry. It's hard to hear, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Even if it was a little sad, just keep hope. It's going to be okay, because your soulmate is coming very soon. So, it's going to be okay. I really hope you enjoyed this again.